Graphic content warning. This channel is dedicated to pest control and hunting in all legal forms. If you are likely to be offended by this, then we advise you not to watch. So I was out a couple of weeks ago with my good friend Lee Hooley from Covid Hunters. If you haven't subscribed yet, pop over, have a look. He's got some excellent content. However, when I got to his permission, it was a dairy farm. I wanged a 007 on the scope, and I was like a dog with two dicks. I just wanted to get on with it. I was quite excited to be there, and I didn't check the placement of the 007. As a result, when I checked the footage, it wasn't to my normal standards. So I shot 29 rats that night, and I won't be using any of the footage, unfortunately. However, the next clip is a cut from that video.
And there's an hedgerow, like a mound, that they've obviously made the burrows in, so they're grabbing bread and running into there. This is Wayne filming me with Pard. I think he's at first stages of Parkinson's, where he's shaking like a shitting dog.
Now I just feel like I need to defend myself with that. You turn night vision on and the first thing you see is that. I mean, look at the state of it. You're not expecting to see that when you turn your night vision on, so any normal bloke would jump and be shaking. Lee, sort yourself out, mate. Okay, now to this video. So this is the gun that I'm going to be using. It's an FX Maverick VP Black in 2.2. It's sub 12. It's got quite a few bolt-on mods to it, which I'll let you read yourself while we're talking. What I will say is, since I've done this video, I've actually removed the bag rider because I find that cumbersome when you're in the field. There's no need for that for the type of shooting that I do. It's excellent when you're actually bench shooting, but for the type of shooting that I'm doing, it's not necessary. And I've bought a digital humour gauge for the rear regulator so I can set it up more accurately. So let's get straight into the action and begin with a little bit of ratting. This was quite close quarters in a barn, and as you can see, the FX is performing fantastically. So this for me is the major benefit of having a front focal plane scope. As you can see, I've just zoomed in there. It doesn't matter with an FFP scope. All the aim points remain the same. You can zoom in and out and it doesn't matter. And I absolutely love it for pest control. It's working really well for me. This is actually a clip from that Lee Hooley video, the Covid Hunter video. One of the very few that I could use, and as you can see, it was lights out. The rat never knew what I'd hit him. So as you can see, the FX Maverick and the Falcon paired together is a lethal combination. I've used this rifle with several different scopes. I've used it with the 008 and I settled on the Falcon 4-14 by 44 FFP scope. As long as you take the time to learn your different aim points at different distances, you're not going to go far wrong. This little pallet in the barn's really proving to be a productive area at the moment. So the little flashing that you can see on the screen there is the LE032 rangefinder that I'm pairing with the Pard 007 and the Falcon. And it's excellent. I've got it bolted on the side of the Maverick and it gives me an accurate range every time. This little fella had actually come in and started nibbling on the dead rats that I'd shot earlier. No matter how many times I see it, it still turns my stomach. How cannibalistic they are. We've got a couple of rabbits for you now. This one was shot leaning on a fence post at 32 yards. Okay, this one. Again, you can see the flash of the LE32. I'm ranging these two. Now, I haven't edited this clip down. I could have done it quite easily and you'd have thought it was a miraculous shot and all this, that and the other. But I am a shooter. I make these videos for shooters. I'm not a video maker. And they're real world scenarios. I'm using the Arca mount on my tripod, which is new to me. So it's all a big learning curve. But I'm not going to, edit it down, make it look like I'm amazing. It is what it is. It's real world shooting, and I nailed the rabbit. Now, I've asked Gary the Brummy Hunter to contribute to this video, just with a few pest control clips, the same as mine basically. Gary's going to be using his 2.2 Zabroya Hortisia. Now, this rifle is a fantastic rifle. It was mine before Gary's. Gary's got it and he's done a little bit of tuning to it. It was fantastic before, but it's amazing now. Lovely little rifle from Zabroya and well worth looking at. Very, very underrated rifles. So here's Gary lining the first rattle, and you can hear that sigh of disappointment as it runs away. But he perseveres, looks back up and sees this next one coming into range. Now, one point I want to make about this is Gary's is a slightly darker video than mine. That's because Gary's using his onboard IR. Now, that's perfectly fine. I do that at times. However, on mine that you've just seen, I was using the Artemis T18 from Brynite. It's one of the best torches I've ever used, to be fair, and I use it quite often on mine. There's no hiding place when you're shooting that Zabroya. What a little rifle, honestly. It's beginning to look like pallets is quite a reoccurring theme across our permissions now, isn't it? It's definitely safe to say that the rats do feel safer under the pallets. That shot was absolutely clinical, and this is from a budget rifle with a tiny bit of tuning into it. It's still running on its standard regulator, etc. It's just a little bit of knowledge and tuning. So this is the last video. Thank you all for watching, and if you did like it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you very much.